Yeah, man, I'm feeling inspired. And you know what? We are still in Dilla month at the time of this stream, at the time of this broadcast / video, whatever you want to call it. I figured, I can't go through this month, Dilla month, without doing another Dilla inspired beat making video. So let's get into it. If this is your first time, welcome. Shout out your city, shout out your weapon of choice. If you like beat making videos, please consider subscribing, hit that notify bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's get back to the video. I have a new toy, guys, and this is my first time using it. I've never used it. Let me just show you. It's a Kalimba, yes, aka thumb piano. It's a Kalimba. I've never recorded with it, but I'm going to right now. And I was thinking about this beat that was produced by Dilla, done in it Kalimba. I'll play just a tad bit, just for you to hear it. I'm trying not to get in trouble because YouTube, they be tripping, so just a tiny bit. Here it is. You hear that? There's a Kalimba in that. Super, super, super dope beat. So what we're going to do is our interpretation of a Dilla type of beat using a Kalimba. And we're going to talk about our palette. We're going to create a palette and then just go for it from scratch, no samples. It's only like 7 elements, man. And in that particular beat, he has a lot of layers going on, man. And so there may be more than what I'm going to talk about, but I kind of narrowed it down to 7 elements. First element, drums, and then Kalimba. And then I have a funk guitar, and then I have like this, it's called a tweed pick synth, but that's really kind of like a guitar synthy sound, Then I'm having voices, I just call it, like a voice type of sound, with voices, choir, whatever. And then a string, like a synth string, and then followed by bass. So those are my 7 elements. Some of these are stock sounds, by the way. I'm using Logic, the Kalimba. I'm going to use that and record that straight into the microphone. They call it a 17-note thumb piano. As I'm playing these notes, it kind of, it's not that comfortable on my fingertips, right? So fortunately, this thing came with these little rubber, I guess, pads that you could put on your thumbs. They kind of look like those little thimbles. I don't know. But you just put them, they're like thumb tip covers. That will, I guess, help me out. Here we go. This is what they look like. These are, whatever you want to, I'm going to just call them thumb covers. So now I'll be able to record whatever. And this is in the key of C. To be honest with you, I really have no idea what I'm doing. It came with an instruction manual. I don't read. I mean, I read, but most of the times I don't pay attention to the manual. I just dig in and jump right in, both feet wet. I don't care. So that's kind of cool. Now, I do have a little theory under my belt. So when I see these notes, I do know what they mean. C, D, E, F, G, Anyway, let's record, man. Oh, before I get to this, let me finish these drums because I actually started on the drums, but I want to add like another sound. Let's add like a shaker or something like that. So first element, drums. There we go for that. Next element, let's go with the Kalimba, man. All right, guys, so y'all gonna watch me record this Kalimba for the first time ever. Because I have no idea, I'm just going, man. The sound is gonna come out of this hole. So the mic needs to be close to that. Matter of fact, let's point it this way. Let's put our metronome on, and then we're going to mute the drums because I don't want the bleed from my headphones to go into the microphone with the drums. So we'll just go solo our Kalimba and go for it. All right, so it looks like we got something. That came in pretty good, actually. All right, that's not too bad. Wait, let's see what that sounds like. And notice I did not quantize at all. That's something I normally don't do. I'm using a BPM of 90, and also I wanted to do 6 bars. So, you know, not your typical 4 or 8. I'm going with 6 bars today. So the next element we're going to do is add a bass line. For the bass line, I'm going to use Mingus. For those that don't know, Mingus is my MPC 2000 XL. And to help me come up with a bass line, I'm going to use my very own ebook. Some of you are familiar with it, some of you may not be. It's the 16-pad scale manual. It is in paperback form from Amazon. I will leave a link below if you're interested. I'm just gonna follow a scale, man. I'm gonna go with a pentatonic minor scale. It helps me come up with bass lines or melodies on 16 pads. So I just basically follow what I see. I know my main note, it sounds like it's D. Sounds like it's D. So let's go to my D note. Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna follow this scale with the black pads and the yellow pads. The gray pads I don't care about. So I'll just follow what I see on this diagram. I'll tell you, man, any order don't matter. Here we go. All right, so there we go. So next element, funk guitar. Now I'm taking this sound from Contact. Check this out. Part of the free factory library. Moving on to our next element, secondary guitar sound. Counter melody or something like that. And that sounds like this. Now the next element, voices, some type of vocal sound. And for this beat, I'm just using something called celestial voices. And I like this because it has like a ambient background sound with it. So let's see what we can do with this. Alright, so now the last element is strings, some type of synthy strings or whatever. So I chose this sound called infinity strings. Let me show you guys, and this comes from the retro synth, which is built in, comes with Logic. Notice the little vibrato in there. Well, actually LFO, because I want some type of movement in there too. You know what? I could put like this crazy cricket sound effects. Let me see. So we'll add one more audio effect, give it more of a lo-fi element. It's kind of on beat too. Alright, so in review, when I first started, I said that there were 7 elements that you could use, but I actually ended up using 9 because I added this ride cymbal and also this little crickets effects, but those are optional. Any of this stuff is optional. It's really up to you. You do what you want to do. I say that all the time. It don't matter. That is my beat. If you have any questions, let me know. So if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. More videos on the way. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Check out all the links down below. I will see you guys on the next one. I'm sending peace and positive energy.